Yes. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Uh, this is another episode of Conversations with Dolores. And today we are back in the living room and we're talking villains or anti-heroes versus the hero, and how we, you and I, and all of us, can play the villain in someone's story, and how we have assigned the villain and anti-hero role to other people in our own stories and narratives. I'm putting on my socks, guys. Okay. All right. Put my socks on. All right, now these are my house socks. All right, let me get in here. Let me get in here good. Got my Aunt Clara's Christmas gift on under here. Okay, get in here. Good enough. Good enough. Oh my goodness. Okay. So how y'all doing this morning? Who in here? Hey, Elena. Hey, Larry. Yes, Chef. Good morning, you guys. How y'all doing? Y'all at work, y'all on break. Elena, you at home? It's morning time now. Is it still night where you at? Okay. So, these are some of my subscribers that are in here. Good morning. And we are talking anti-hero versus villain. Okay, that's going to have to glare because of the window. Try to get it close. Okay. The anti-hero. An anti-hero is an emotionally broken hero who fights for justice in a villainous way. May sometimes have good intentions. Is characterized by a complex character or cynical nature, good intentions, internal struggles, realism, identifiable imperfections. They go beyond their limits to achieve justice. That's the anti-hero. The villain is a... Hold on. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, well, it's 13 degrees here. But the weather checker thing that I use, it said it feels like 3 outside. So it's pretty cold. Okay? So I was talking about the villain. A villain is a evil character in a story or a play who opposes the hero. They do not have good intentions at all. They are characterized by evilness, arrogance, cruelty, selfishness, cunning, and immoral behavior. They do not hesitate to do anything to achieve their goals, and that is the difference. Okay, so the anti-hero is kind of they'll play dirty if it means doing the right thing. I'm looking at you like you're looking at me. Okay. So have you played the villain or the anti-hero in someone else's story? And what is that? What is that? What do you think about that? You know, I share on my channel. When I'm in the kitchen, I talk a lot about how people they'll see conversations with Dolores and they'll assume like, okay, that must be who she is. So when I go over to her cooking show, it's gonna be very similar, except for she's going to be cooking. And then they see me over there, and I'm all these different characters all the time. And there are parts of me that you can see here, and then there are other parts of me you can see during my show, which is just anything. I mean, we walking around and people see different parts of us anyway, and that's the whole point of this discussion. So you see those parts of me, and you'll see me when I'm doing the roasting. You know, when I'm really getting on somebody's butt, when I'm like really digging my foot in their ass. You see me doing that, and then it's like, oh, I don't like this side of you. It's kind of the same thing. It's like, you know, I if I'm Dolores on this one hand, then I'm the hero, right? Because I'm non-threatening, okay? And so I'm saving the day just by being cool, okay? And then on the other hand, I'm in the kitchen, and you think that I'm out of my element, and that's not part of who I am, and that's why I sing that song, I'm every woman, because all of that is part of who we are as people. We contain a plethora of emotions, okay? And so we can act out any one of those emotions at any given time within our choosing, okay? We're not talking about anything outside of just, I'm talking just when we choose, we select the emotion, it comes over us, we select it, and then we behave with it, okay? We all of us are capable of doing all of those things. We are all of those people, and there are going to be times where you're doing something that would be considered a negative emotion in a situation that somebody's going to perceive you as a villain. Okay, you're gonna be perceived as a villain, and let me tell you something. I'm not gonna walk around my entire life trying to prove to people that I will not defend myself against some form of interrogation or aggravation or assault, and that I will never be a villain to somebody, that I've never been mean to anyone ever in life. I'm just not gonna go around doing that. I am a whole person, okay? I don't seek, my intentions are not bad, right? I'm not trying to get to an end goal by any means. But I'm not gonna be behaving out in my life in some kind of way as to say, I'm trying to prove to you I'm not a bad person. Like, I'm not gonna do that for you. If you perceive me from your perspective, this for everybody, that I am a villain for whatever things, interactions we've had, or however you perceiving me through this screen, I'm talking in real life though, and you perceive me to be the villain, I'm gonna let you have that. Okay, because I am capable of all things. Okay? So I'm gonna let you have it if you perceive me to be the villain. Okay? Because depending on the situation, there are times where you are going to have to behave in a way that people would consider villainous for your own sake, for the sake of people you're protecting, and for the sake of your own sanity. Sometimes what we call abandonment, other people call space, other people call moving away from people. It just depends on how people are perceiving things. So when I'm saying the abandonment, space, moving away, I'm thinking about when we're trying to avoid people who we think have a bad temper, or they're a hothead, or they make reckless decisions, or they're incompetent in some way, they're unintelligent in some way, so we don't want to be, engaged with them. And so we act out in these ways, abandon, move away, you know, create space. Those people perceive you to be doing something villainous. So there's no way, in me saying that, there's no way to be a good person all the time. Somebody's going to perceive you as wrong, immoral, incorrect, indecent, indignant, arrogant. All the things we don't like in people, that we're all capable of, and that we all encompass, and that we all wield on a daily basis. And I said all. And I'm not giving no caveats, and I'm not talking about some or nothing. If you're a human being, you feel emotions, you're doing it too. Some of it's for safety, some of it's for sanity, some of it's because we got a bad attitude, and some of it's because we want to keep a good attitude. Shoot. If people have a story in their head about me, I allow it. Because I have stories in my head about people. There are people in my past that I perceive to be villains, and some of them are just outright damn villains, okay? But when I speak of it in a way as to say, when I was a child, I thought this. When I was 20, I thought that. But now that I'm 47, going on 48, I know these things based on the stories that I told when I was young. And younger. Okay? Sick of it. Larry says the villain tries to cause the hero to fail, but a true hero will defeat the villain. Let me pin that. Oh, can I not pin that over here? Let me go over here and pin it. Pin it. I can't pin in that shit for some reason. Uh-oh. There's a little bit of a delay. Okay. Yeah, pin that. Pin what Larry said. Right, Kayla. Allow me. Right? Allow me. Fia. I be forgetting you say Fia. I'm not used to calling you by your middle name. But you know, I have the ability, and sometimes this is what I was talking about with Nikki a little while back. I have the ability to be in the company of people I disagree with and still be comfortable. Not everybody has to agree with me in order for me to fill the space in the room. I need for us to be on one accord with our intentions, but you don't have to agree with me in your opinions. And we still good. I'm not trying to gain worshipers or people who create echo chambers around me where I don't know when I'm wrong. I don't know when I've misspoken. I don't know when my behavior is in error. So on, so forth, and otherwise. Okay? I don't want no echo chamber. You are free to critique me if I find it to be repulsive. I am free to roast you, and that is the agreement in order to engage with me. Yeah, you can disagree with me, but you won't be rude. Because if you rude, then that take respect off the floor, and that means that everybody get to act as they please. And I can choose to continue to be polite, but I won't do it if I'm in my kitchen. And that's just part of my show. And that's part of my damn life. I'm not going to let you disrespect me. I'm either going to remove myself from the situation, create my victim narrative about you, where you are the villain. I'm saying we all will these things, right? We all wield them as power, okay? So I'm gonna probably move away from you. I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna track what you did, so I can let you go on with your business without punishing you. But I will never forget what you did, and I will always keep a fence around me and between me and you. There will be a boundary in which will cause me to behave a certain way. And my first behavior is to move away from you, to create some distance in conversation, space, town, city, state, country. I don't care. To some degree, I'm saying there will be, there are limits. People are only gonna be able to mess up so much. Okay, but then I'm saying that person is gonna become the villain in your story. I'm saying the person who couldn't deal with you when you were difficult is going to become the villain in your story. I played villains so many times. I raised children. I've been the disciplinarian. I am going to be the villain in some of these narratives. They're going to be villainous times. I'm gonna be villainous. I'm the anti-hero. I got to parent while still, loving on you. it's a very fine line. Parenting is very it's very patience driven, but you're gonna still be the villain. Like that time you didn't let them go to prom, child, that's the end of it. You have destroyed their teenage years. You are a villain. Officially. Stick of it. So when we thinking about and that's what I be thinking about, you know, the difference between the villain and the bad guy, or the villain versus the anti-hero. Those two are on the side versus the hero. The anti-villain and the villain, you know what I mean? Like the hero, I'm guessing they're saying the hero in this article on Medium, on Scribble File. I'm guessing they're saying that the anti-hero is closer to being a hero than it is to being a villain. You just don't like the mythology. Okay? You want the anti-hero to act just like the hero, and it's like now I'm seeing this whole, you know, this triangle that you want to categorize people into certain roles. I was talking about that the other day, about putting people into boxes. So there's no gray area with you. I'm either on with you or I'm off with you. But ain't no in between with you. Like ain't no space where we just kind of working through it with you. Okay? I'm either out or I'm in with you. Okay? And with me, it ain't gonna be none of that. I can watch you be mad because you didn't like something I said. I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with you seeing me be mad and me getting over it. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. I don't have no problem with that. I don't spend my time as a person trying to convince other people that the way they think, they should think like me. That whatever they're thinking on, they should change it, and then everything that I say should now become fact in their mind. And they no longer have control over what they think, like or dislike, because now every opinion I have is now overriding every opinion that they currently have. And so now those are my opinions in them. So now basically I just made a copy of me. I don't want it. I don't want it. What I'm saying, you hear what I'm saying? Can you understand what I'm saying? I don't want that. And so I try not to foster that type of environment. Okay? Villains are the bad guy of the story, while antiheroes are more complex characters that aren't necessarily evil, but that don't display the heroic qualities a reader expects from classic heroes. Antiheroes and villains are both archetypal characters that don't fit the traditional hero mode. Antiheroes may do some unethical things, but they're never completely evil, while villains are always unsympathetic and irredeemable. I've had some irredeemable things done to me by people. There's no redeeming that. You're done. You're cooked. You're roasted, flame broiled. There's if I slice up in there, there's no meat left. You done just burnt whatever we had to just a charcoal. Now it's a charcoal briquette. Ain't nothing. There's nothing I can just cut away, and there's nothing left to recover. There's nothing. Just as I continue to cut the meat and go in, it's just crusted, burnt all the way through. We're done. Nothing can be salvaged. There can be too much water under the bridge. You are officially the anti-hero, the villain in my story. I'm done. Whew, I be done. But like I said, we all play them. I played them. I played the villain. I'm cool on it. I'm cool on it. Okay. I'm all of those people. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm glad. I'm nervous. I'm happy, joyous, courageous, brave, cowardly, weak. I encompass all of those things. That don't mean you all over the place just because you have a range of emotions. We all have a range, unless they've been stunted in some way. And again, I'm not talking about that. It's not they're just average Joes, okay? Out here, okay? I'm talking about that. Okay. All anti-heroes are protagonists that deviate from the archetypal hero image in some way. However, there are different approaches to being anti-hero. Okay, a classic anti-hero is a everyman archetype character who takes the heroic role in a story. They don't fit the conventional hero attributes. So sometimes in my shows, I'll say, you know, like oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you, Kayla. And keep your money. Let me try to take. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Oh, I can't pin over here. I can't even pin over here. I think it pins itself, right? Yeah, it pins itself. No, no, Larry. It's not. Uh, it's not. And no, it's basically a salad on top of Fritos. I guess you could put chili on there and it would kind of be like that, but no, it's not like a Frito pie or like a 7-layer dip or something like that. It's mostly salad type of deal. Or the Fritos on top, or the Fritos on the bottom, whatever. I don't know. I probably said Fritos on the bottom. That's probably why you made you think of a Frito pie. Oh, Nikki Lee! Oh, you making banana pudding again? Ooh, banana pudding. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for coming over and supporting. I appreciate it so much. I hope y'all can hear me good because that microphone ain't been nowhere near me. I just realized. um, yeah, I was talking about being a villain and an anti-hero, and cause I was watching this I guess I call them intellectual talks, but I guess they have a genre for it on YouTube. It's like a documentary type video, but it's not a documentary, so maybe a speakomentary. I don't know. They have a genre for it on YouTube. So a bunch of intellectuals make videos and they break different things down. I forgot what the concept was called, but anyway, however, I watched this girl. Her name is Shan Spear. Of course I do. She wears costumes. She's about 30 something. I still call her a girl. But anyway, and there was another young lady I watched this morning, and she was talking about Tony Soprano. I'm from The Sopranos. And she was talking about Agatha from Agatha All Alone. And who else did she put in there? Oh, and she mentioned the penguin from the Batman series too. So you know how the villain then we kind of have this sympathy for the villain. It kind of you know made them they were kind of relatable in a way or whatever. So she was kind of talking about that, which gave me the topic, and I was like, oh, you know what? Being a villain in somebody's story, like, what's up with that? What's up with that? You know, because I have villains from my story. I have childhood villains. I have elementary school villains. I have high school villains. I have in-home villains. I've had, you know, in my adult life, dating villains I've dated, you know. So, I'm sure there were some that still saw me as the villain. I can think of one. He loved to call me bougie. Just say I'm out your league. Just say it. Just say I'm out your league and move around. Move around. Bougie. I'm sure when he tells the story of his dating past, I am most definitely the villain in that story. So I'm relatable. I'm relatable to you, right? But as Tony Soprano, but in his story, his version of me, I am not relatable, and I should be done away with. And women like me should be done away with. Okay, we should not be out here causing men to actually meet some type of standard in order to be, in order for us to be with them. How dare we have standards of how we want to be treated and in what way? See you. Yeah, and he sucked. Okay, he just sucked in that way. For that. Okay, for that he sucked. He was hung up on some things, you know. I can always look back and just be like, you know what? Now I get where we was at with that. Like, I don't see you so much as the bad guy anymore because now I have some distance from my emotions. You know, as far as time has went by and I've been able to process, and now I can see, you know, out of the heat of the emotions, what we were thinking, like the logic of the situation, what we thought at the time made sense to each other. You know, and it's really cool because I just be like, okay, I can see where we was on some BS. Like we was doing a lot. Like I was expecting a lot. And rightfully so, because I had a lot going on. I didn't need nobody that didn't know how to handle a lot. If you didn't know how to handle a lot, it was gonna be a lot. You know, like if you hadn't had any life experience coming into a relationship with me, it was gonna be a lot. And it probably make you feel like you're being drugged behind because I've seen and learned and experienced so much, and if you get somebody that's not had that experience, it's a lot. Like you taking somebody on a tricycle and putting them on a mountain bike. Slow your roll. So I always go back to Kodak Black when he say, "You say I'm too fast for you. Maybe I'm not your speed." Maybe they not your speed. I think sometimes we be creating these villain stories for people, but really they just be incompatible with us. Like, hello, could have had a V8. Like incompatibility, it still exists. That being compatible with Tony Soprano was not the reference I was trying to make. It was just the kickoff for what made me think of the topic for today. We definitely sympathize more with Tony Soprano more than say even in cartoon land. Like we can sympathize more with Tony Soprano as an individual person who, you know, but not Magneto, you know, in the X-Men or whatever. Like, we can sympathize more with a Tony Soprano or a Agatha in the backstory than we can, the ultimate villain, not Genghis Khan, his counterpart years later that we still dealing with. You know who I'm talking. I don't know why I have such. Is there a thing where we can't say his name because I just automatically start being unable to say his name, like literally? Like I feel like there's so much going on with, you know, like Palestine and Israel and the whole thing with because I live in Chicago. Listen, I don't live in Chicago. I live in Illinois. And there are literal billboards on the expressway from Jews.org. Big pink billboards with bold text on it. You driving back and forth to work and wherever you going every day, and then you seeing these along the expressway where they're saying like, when good people do nothing, bad things happen, stuff like that. And like we receive all this kind of messaging here. This is a blue state, of course, and we receive all this kind of messaging here. So I be feeling like we have to like kind of, like I'm in a relationship with a narcissist and I got to tiptoe around it. I gotta tiptoe around everything I say on YouTube. My goodness. So I just kind of took that onto myself, but the ultimate villain in I don't know. Well, now people trying to kind of relate that to, and this is alleged because Elon is out here suing people. Allegedly, Elon is now the ultimate villain, but it was Adolf Hitler. And then back again, it was Genghis Khan. I just keep bringing him up because he was so unlikable. And so we can relate more to a character we feel like, okay, they bad because something bad happened to them, than more than we can somebody who just was became an egomaniac through whatever choices they was making in their life, and then they decided to do these things based on the power and authority that people gave them, because you have to give it to them. We can relate more to that. We can't sympathize with him. And definitely not his mother. They had mothers. I'm sick of it. They had fathers too, but we don't talk about that. We want to know where his mom's been. What was she up to? What did she think about her son's behavior? I heard the most off topic because I don't care. Some of the don't, but you don't want that. They have low self-worth. Oh, I've learned in my life some women don't like to be treated right. Let me pin. I can't pin up here. I have to go over here. Larry. Incompatibility. Incompatible. Incompatibility. I was saying this in one of my lives. I said, people who come into my chat and say, you monkey, you this, you ugly, you stink, you belong in a zoo, I bet your house now. They say all these things. And I said, oh, okay, I know the kind of person you are. You want to come along and like you get off on like causing somebody else to have some form of pain, whether it's emotional, embarrassment, whatever it is. You like that type of thing. That's something you get off on, right? And I said, good. You probably the kind of you the kind of person that like to do that. And then I'm the kind of person who likes to go above that. See, you the kind of person who like to do that. And then I'm the kind of person that like to do above that. So in that case, if you're a sadist, and you gotta be, when I done warned you I'm gonna roast your ass, and you still come and try me, you have to be, you if you're a sadist, then I'm the masochist you've been looking for. And if you're a masochist, then I'm the sadist you've been looking for. Okay? Because I don't give a damn. Okay? People will come and I will say, don't say, like I be trying to be cool. Like I'm always want to hear your perspective and stuff, like we can share exchanges and things like that. But the minute you clear the table of respect, I'm here for it. Like I keep disrespect right in my back left pocket, sticking out so I can access it very, very quickly. I need to get a breastplate for it. My disrespect. Because I'll be ready. You want to play a dirty game? I'm hopping in. You're a pig, you want to get in the mud? I love dirt. I love it. I love to be dirty. So, I don't be having no problem with that. And I don't have problem accessing that part of myself. And I don't have no shame and embarrassment around accessing that part of myself. I don't know where it came from. I got sick of people. And I know they weren't going to say what the hell they want to me. And I don't get to say what the hell I want to them. Where they do that at? Now, I'm sure at work, look, there are boundaries. I'm a grown-ass woman, so I know better. I know behavior has its place. And then there are people who take you to the point where it doesn't matter the time or the place. They love to go there. And I'll be right there to get them up out of my face. Them kind of people dangerous. They'll ruin your life. Behavior has its place. And disrespect also has its place. So sometimes, but to your point, sometimes we just be incompatible with people. Some people just like that type of thing, like uh really, really close and personal to me. I've seen a relationship dynamic. I've experienced blurbs of it myself in my life due to, maybe not being in a good position in some points in my life, and then taking crap off of people, that I didn't deserve and that they deserve to be socked. Okay? Um, but we both people are sitting in low points. I don't know if they recognize that. I think those kind of people, they think that person is looking for that woman you're speaking of is looking for that person who's just kind of gonna be that kind of gnawing, kind of aggravating, kind of just always some kind of like having to be on high alert is they body condition, like they conditioned for the with the shit, okay? And you sitting over there trying to be Mr. Not with the shit, okay? And they with it, and you not with it. You understand what I'm saying? They want you to be with the. So what they gonna be doing is they gonna be in there trying to get you to be step outside of your character. They have some people don't have the skill to be not with the shit, okay? And they don't have the skill to not be there in that kind of place. And so they're not gonna obtain it for you. So they're gonna try to pull you, Hoover, into the BS with the shit. They want somebody that's with the shit and you not. That's incompatibility. I be saying stuff I make up. But I'm serious though. Like you just ain't compatible. You get somebody that like to go out and you like to stay at home. Somebody with the shit and you not with the shit. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You either gonna have to get with the shit or move away from them and get somebody that also don't like to be with the shit. Because some people just like to argue. Okay? There are people that just like to argue. And you always sitting around not giving them nothing to argue about. Why you can't act bad sometimes? I'm sick of it. Okay? Hey, London. Good morning. I'm trying to tell Larry. I'm trying to tell him. But also Larry. Hold on, Larry, because we gotta hold each other accountable now. Yeah. They been cool, London. They been cool. Larry, we have to hold each other accountable, okay? So also, we don't want to be being good to people in order to recover them. So such as she's been treated real bad, and that's why I'm gonna come along. I'm gonna treat her real good, and then that's gonna soften her right on up. She gonna realize she's safe with me, and she can relax. She can just be herself, and we'll never have to be with the shit. No. Put it back. Put it down. Put it back where you got it from. Put it back. No. Put that one back, Larry. I know, Caleb. I know. know. I understand. Woo. But that's what I'm saying. Is it okay? So Stockholm syndrome. We see. I'm gonna say it like this. It's not Stockholm syndrome. It's that you done sat around and got comfortable with that. You done sat around and got comfortable with that. You got comfortable. Like, I'm gonna use myself for example. I talk a lot early in the morning, and this show is great. And so, you'll be somebody who don't really like people who wake up early in the morning with all that talking. You can adjust. I'm not talking about adjustment. I'm talking about complacency, where you just allow somebody to go. There's never an injection of your own opinion. You're never saying, oh yeah. You don't laugh. You know nothing. They just kind of ramble on or whatever, and you just get used to that. Like it's just another sound in the room at some point, right? Like a white noise. They used to joke about it in 70s and 60s TV shows, like wah 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 wah. It just becomes like white noise, like wah 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 wah. You got a damn fool next to you, just acting like they just everything that would set somebody else off. But for you, you don't got comfortable, and now it sounds like wah 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 wah. But it to everybody else is like, golly, like shut up, like sit down, like somebody call a cop. But for you, it's wah 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 wah. You don't got comfortable with that. You don't got comfortable with being disrespected. You done got comfortable with not being heard. You done got comfortable with being. You done got comfortable with people talking down on you. You done got comfortable with that. That don't make it right, but you done got comfortable with it. What I was saying about my somebody close to me and my family, I told you about off the record, that had somebody in their life. I said, I believe she is a, let me get this right. Let me get it right. So I'm going to be right about it. I'm going to speak incorrectly all the time. Don't you worry about that. Okay, yeah. I believe she hired this man that she's saying she's in a relationship with. I'm saying she hired him. And she hired him to be a sadist because she's a masochist. And she done got her tolerance level for BS so high that if she got in a relationship with anybody that didn't behave in that way, she would be starting fights herself. She would just flip and become the masochist instead. I mean the sadist instead. And she'd be trying to create a masochist in a new relationship. So she would be acting sadistically to get the other person to act sadistically towards her so she could go back into the masochist role. Because why would you want somebody who sit in front of other people and nonstop degrade you? Just nonstop. Like they telling you about gossip around the neighborhood. Just constantly, you ugly. She's saying she can't dress. She don't know. She's stupid. She don't know what she's talking about. She's dumb. Other day she went over there. She tripped over her own shoe. Stupid. Just dumb. I don't know. Ugly. Don't be telling her wig look good. That wig look a mess. And when y'all get done telling her she look good when you leave, I'm gonna tell her she look a mess anyway. In front of you. Too much. You got these kind of people just sit around and just badger, belittle you constantly. Those people are sadistic. If you ain't a masochist, you better get up. If it ain't, and I'm like, it must be getting her off in some kind of way, because why else would you even do that? You comfortable with it. You just like, oh, that's how that is. Oh, I don't even pay them no attention. Well, girl, put the dog away when people come. Don't nobody want to hear that. Put your animals away when people come. dog up when people coming over. Don't nobody want to see that. I don't like people who argue in front of other people. All that messy. That's messy. People come over to your house or go out with you, and y'all hooping and hopping. Woo. Messy, chaotic, masochistic, and sadist people, and incompatible with you. And you sitting up there acting all normal and stuff. No, nobody want that. Not them. They don't. They need a battle every morning when they get up. They need to be going to battle when they wake up, and you up here trying to say, "Good morning, would you like some breakfast?" We gotta be trying to engage with people who want what we want. And there's still gonna be some disagreements, even in compatible relationships. You just two different people having two different perspectives. Our heads aren't jammed together. We're not using one brain. There will be disagreements. But I'm talking about people who there just can't be no peace. I either gotta be hot or I'm cold or something, at all times. I gotta keep it. Some people might even be silly enough, Larry, to be thinking that they making the relationship spicy by, kind of starting fights and, they trying to keep you on your toes. They trying to keep it spicy. Some people mistakenly think that monotony is not supposed to be in a relationship. Like, it's supposed to always be like kind of something to contend with, Mm-hmm. Yeah, that part. Yeah. And you get one of them. Yeah. You either gonna have to set some boundaries. Y'all gonna have to work together to create a new environment. You gotta get on down. Because it might break you. I don't know what your limits are. You know what I mean? It might break you. I have hair loss here. In the back of my head had hair loss. It might just break you being with somebody who you just gotta constantly, I'm gonna say something. Don't be with nobody that's keep you on the edge all the time. You can't never be at peace with them, and and then one day, and I'm saying they might just be goofy and think that, in an immature way, that's how you keep a relationship spicy. They might not even be trying to cause intentional harm. They might think that, if you ever get bored with them, that you might not want to be with them or something, And I'm here to tell you, monotony will come. Schedules will come. Repetition, pattern building is in relationships, period. Like, just period. Like, the boredom, what you call in boredom, I call peace, that's going to come. And sometimes boredom make people uneasy, especially if it's somebody who don't want it and don't realize that it's something they don't want. They don't realize that they extroverted. Okay. Right? Some people just, I guess that's what they mean when they be saying some people just not aware of themselves. Like, they don't know themselves very well. Like, they don't know all the things that they like, they don't like. They don't know they quirks. They don't pay attention to when they pull their ear or pick their fingers or, some people, wipe their hand on their clothes. They don't know the little stuff they do that might be off-putting to somebody else. They don't know that stuff about themselves. Unintentionally, I'm not talking about the people who know that. They just, and, whatever their habits are, and they know and they don't care because they not finna adjust none of them for you. What we call a narcissist or whatever. Somebody that's only concerned with only how things affect them and how, everything needs to be around them, and they just consumed with self, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about somebody who just might be bumbly, immature, don't understand the rules of engagement with a relationship of any kind, business partnership, relationship, friendship, or otherwise. Who just don't know, For myself personally, in friendships and relationships, I like to be left alone. Like, I like you to leave me alone. Then leave me alone. Like, not because I've been so, like, I put myself out there so much, wore myself down. I gave so much, kind of wore myself down. I geared up again, started something new, go into something else, and then it's like I have this thing, and I don't know what that is, but I know I have it. It's mine. Where, like, if you put too much, like, if you have your expectations too high, I know what I can meet. I now know what I can meet. So if I hear you doing it, you saying all these things, you coming on very strong, or, you putting a lot of pressure on a lot of stuff, I'm going to pull back from that. Because I'm trying to create some distance. I'm trying to get you to see. And I'm going to say, I'm literally going to tell you, girl, I'm not doing all that. Like, I'm literally going to tell you, I ain't doing all that. Like, I'm not doing all that. And if I see you don't understand, I'm not doing all that, then I'm going to start pulling back. Like, the boundary, it ain't for me to say, I told you I wasn't doing all that. I'm just going to pull out. I'm just going to pull back. I told you, girl, I ain't doing all that up front. I ain't finna do it. I'm telling you what you can expect from me, and you cannot expect that. Like, and that is really good for somebody who can hit all of those check marks for you. Unfortunately, check marks 7 and 8, I ain't gonna be able to hit those. And you keep coming at me with 7 and 8. But girl, I told you I'm not capable. Maybe we incompatible. maybe we are compatible. But you need to, the 7 and 8 you looking for, you need to get them in some other way. That's self-care. You need to be trying to take care of how you can get those needs met yourself in some other way. Maybe some other person can handle those 7 and 8, but just not me. Maybe in a way we trying to get everything from people. Just certain people, we want them to have everything. They need to encompass it all. Just meet our every whim. Just our every need and our every desire. That has me to be that one person that can just hit and knock that right out of the park. They kill it all. They shutting it down. And if so, then we don't know how to compartmentalize. Like, we don't know how to put people in order. And categorization is okay in that way, because we were talking about putting people in boxes the other day. But okay, you're going to the money person. You're going to the broke person, the person that's financially struggling. That's who you asking for money from. And now you mad at them because they can't give you what you need. They ain't got no money. Why you asking them? That's on you. Their financial situation is on them, but I'm saying for you to be asking them and they don't have it. That's unfair to then villainize them because they can't meet a request. They don't have no money. Instead of going to them, they might be able to meet your emotional needs. They might be able to listen when you need to be heard, but they don't have money when you need money. So, we gotta know how to, go to the milkman for milk and the bread man for bread, and not the other way around. And then blame the milkman and the bread man. I hope that was clear, because I ramble a little bit. Utilize people, because people are resources. People are resources. They are power. They are love. They everything. They are literally everything, but not all at one time. Not all at one time. And you got to know when, where, how, and why. You absolutely got to know all of that. So you know who to go to for what you need, so you don't feel like somebody is not one person. That one person is just not enough. Instead of, okay, they check off a 9 out of 10. I can get the 10th over here. And that's to prioritize what means something to you. What's principle, what's value, what's true for you. So, if they checking off most of the boxes, but they, that's that 80-20 stupid thing. Like, They can almost give you everything, but it's just not good enough. So you think that so you hanging everything on that one thing. Maybe that's your deal breaker. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. But hey December, long time no see. Hello, Lori. Good morning. Look, Lori said, me too. I love my alone time. It means a lot to me. Absolutely. Like, girl, like I love kicking it. You know, I just love going out, having a good time. Awesome. But not all the time. Not every week. Not all 3 days of the weekend. Or 2. Not every month. Not all the time. So maybe sometime you catch me, and when you can't get me, there's a backup. You know, there's another person, and you have a team. Now you need to build a network. And I was saying that's what this YouTube is in order to grow. You know, so you can call somebody else, and instead of putting all the pressure on that one person, you got one friend. And maybe you the super lucky person that found your soulmate, that found that one friend that just is everything. You know. But I got limits over here. Okay? I used to be very outgoing, very extroverted, very everywhere, very all the time, but mostly because I had little kids. Okay? But now that I'm older, it's like, baby, hold on. Not every week. And it's okay to grow and then change your boundaries again and grow. And then change your boundaries some more. You know, live and experience things and then change again. You can change 17 times. You can change 72 times. At your core, you're going to be yourself. No matter what. No matter how many costumes I put on in that kitchen, I'm still me. Okay? Period. So, you know. You can change all you want to. I went through many phases. That's what I be talking about when I say I was religious. Then I was a Rastafarian. Then I was a flower child. I don't know what we was calling ourselves, things like that at that time, because we was very anti-labels. So, you know, I was in the park. You know, I was down with all that stuff. Free to nipple, everything. What? We going to save some trees. We saving the whales. Oh, yeah. You know, I've been all those things, okay, in life, you know. Bean pies and all of it, y'all. Keep telling y'all. I was in the park twirling around in a floor-length skirt that didn't match my top because fuck conformity. Okay? I was all them things. Okay? And so I've been through many phases in my life. You can change as many damn times as you want. You can be everybody you want to be, as long as at the core you know who you are. As long as you don't forget who you are, you can be anything you want to be. I don't put on Mr. All-American and then forget who I am. I don't put on Sati and then begin to think I'm Indian. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't put on a fairy costume and then think I'm gonna go live in a tree hole or something somewhere. You know, I know who I am, and so we can go through many phases in life. You can be an actor and then turn around and be president around here. Look, you can do whatever you want. Okay, you can be whoever you want to be at any point. In this free society, you know. This is not the movie Ants. That was a childhood movie I showed my children where everybody just kind of got that assignment. I think Divergent was kind of like that too. And then they got assigned the role they was going to be for the rest of their life. But you have the ability to be whoever you want to be. I was a hippie, a Muslim, and anything else I wanted to be. All of it. All of it. Literally. So I be saying like, okay, I understand what you're saying when we speak on religion and spirituality. I get that. I went through all of those. I've tried everything. Okay, but I said ultimately at the end of those journeys through all those phases of different religions I participated in including Catholicism, that that at the end of that, I realized I was looking for my father and structured life. Like my life, like I was saying the other day, it might seem like my life be all over where, but my life have to be scheduled. It has to be structured. I like structure. I like repetitiveness. Monotony don't bother me. You got them the people you looking for there, where the monotony don't bother them. You know, people who need excitement every minute of the day might be incompatible with you. You know, so I needed structure. I love to have a good time, to go to this event, that event, volunteering over here, volunteering over there. But then I lost sight of myself, right? I lost the ability to eat properly. Whatever my goal was in front of me, I lost sight of my goals and get caught up in the scene. That's what Diane Lisa called it. The food scene, right? The food scene. You know, parties, eating and drinking and eating and drinking at event after event. And then bam, I'm 50 pounds up. You know, I done lost sight of what I was doing at the time, which was losing weight. You know, I had lost 70 pounds. I was still going. And so I find that if my life is just all over the place, then I can't stay on my direct, whatever my goal is. I'll be off the path towards that. So I have to reduce my life so I can manage it. Okay, I'm gonna do this one thing, then this thing, then I'm gonna do this thing, then that thing, but this is my main goal, and none of that around it interferes with where I'm going. So, baby, when you want to go out every week, I can't go with you, girl. I can't go with you, girl. I have limits. I have limits, girl. I can't do it. And if you like like I'm not from a lot of the best areas, even though I grew up like in fairly decent neighborhoods. I would say just black communities, but you know we call them hoods or whatever. And just people who just like to be in a mess every day. They just stand around waiting on somebody to start some mess. I can't do it with you, girl. I don't want to keep talking about Diane today. I don't want to talk about what Diane did again, girl. I just can't do it with you, girl. You always waiting on some trouble. I don't want no trouble. I don't want it. But this life, so we know trouble gonna come. But I'm talking about literally just being around people who, that's what they want to do. Like they want to pull up. You know, they 40 years old and they still talking about, I'll pull up. I can't go, girl. I can't do the pull up. I'm waiting to be a grandmama. I can't be pulling up. I want to see my grandkids. Or at least go down to the nursery every week. I told you I'm going to hold some babies regardless. But I can't, girl. They need me. They waiting on me to come and kiss their sweet faces. I am not gonna be pulling up with you on nobody. Okay? You pull up. I'm almost 50 years old. What I look like pulling up, girl, you better go sit down. I ain't got time for them kind of people. They can be over there pulling up. I'm gonna be over here pulling my covers up over my head and getting ready to go to sleep. Okay, let me see what y'all saying, because I ain't got the computer in front of me today. Wait. Kayla said she forgot her bananas. Oh my God. Yeah, Larry, like-minded people, exactly. Exactly. I wish this would be where I can see y'all. Now I'm gonna see it. Now I'll be able to see it. It's leaning. Look, it's leaning to the left. I don't know why they don't pop up on my iPad. I have to pull the screen up to see. So yeah. So like, I've said this before. Understand you have limits. You have limits. There's only so much. Rah. She said rah. It said rah. And then they said that about me. Rah. There's only so much of that, like, that I can listen to. I don't know what other people can do. I'm not questioning other people's abilities. But my abilities, no ma'am. I immediately be like, ooh, this seems like some mess. I immediately identify this mess. And that should be cleaned up, thrown out, into the trash. It should be disposed of. It shouldn't be constantly being handled every day. I can't do it. You need to make me lose my hair. I can't handle all that mess. I can't handle a whole bunch of mess. And I have put myself in situations in life where I was like, oh, yeah, nobody's going to tell me I can't handle something. I can handle whatever. I can handle all the things. Yeah, no. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Mm-mm. Yeah, I learned real quick I can't handle all the things. Number one, my hair comes out. That's number one. The hair be coming out. I be fidgeting with it or something, and it be out. So I can't handle everything. Not everything. Okay? Again, I state, in the case of an emergency, don't you worry about a thing. Follow me. But I still have limits. Okay? But soldier mode kicks in. Oh, it's going to kick in. But I'm talking about just in my day-to-day. We're not talking about shift. Okay? We're not talking about shift. Okay? We're just talking about regular everyday life, going to the grocery store, getting something to eat, maybe visiting a friend for a chat about how they've been. You know, it shouldn't be dangerous. like it literally should not contain danger. Like to do those things. I shouldn't need to be on high alert, you know, every single day of my life. You know, I'm not living in a war zone. And shout out to all those people and prayers for all those people who are living in actual war zones. But some people attitudes be feeling like you in a war. You be in a war with their attitude like, ooh, oh God. How they gonna act today? I don't know. I gotta stay on go mode. You never know when they're gonna pop off. Like, hell no, I'm not doing that with you. I ain't doing that with you. You ain't finna give me no stroke. You ain't give me no heart attack. No, you're not. You're gonna take that on somewhere. And I don't care if I'm 21. You ain't finna give me no stroke. And you ain't finna aid in a bit in damn heart attack I'm finna have because you don't know how to control your mood. Okay? Or you don't know to take your mood and take it over there. And leave other people alone. And leave folks alone. I'm through with you. I'm through with that cup. Let me get this water right here. That cup upset me. I don't know what it's doing. But anyway. See, it's not popping up for me. Lori said, are you going to cook again today? No, these are my non-cook days. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I do not cook. We just have conversation. Wednesday, I do absolutely nothing. On Wednesday, I shoot my wig moments of the day. Okay, and I probably put out shorts and stuff like that. I do uploads on Wednesday. I don't do any camera on Wednesday. And on Thursday at 4, I'll be up here and I cook. And then I have membership lives on Friday at 6:30. I don't know if we're going to continue that. That's up to the members. They have to let me know that. But with my first few members, we decided on 6:30 on Friday. Then Saturday at noon and Sunday at 2. So, wait, yes. I had to reread that question while I was talking. I'm like, wait a minute. Today is Sunday at 2. At 2 o'clock, I will be cooking. What we making? Larry keep bringing up them Frito bowls. I think we're going to go and make them Frito bowls today. So, we'll make them Frito bowls today. Yeah. Maybe. We can make Frito bowls today. I want to do my food prep for the week. So, it might be that. See, normally I have my 4 days laid out. We came into the new year, and then the first day, Larry signed up for membership. I'm like, oh my God, I got a member right away. Oh my God. So now it's kind of like, okay, now I have my membership content ideas already on wax, okay, on paper. So, you know, and then I went back and looked at that and I was like, I've outgrown some of these ideas. So much for pre-planning. Because January is supposed to be the month of first. But anyway, that's beside the point. I've rambled on. The point was, am I cooking today? Yes, at 2 p.m. What am I cooking? Maybe shrimp, garlic, lemon butter, linguine, or Frito bowls, okay? Once I get off this line, long as I don't make it take too long, I'll have time in between to put the thumbnail up and put the description in there. So I'll be able to post the live right after this one. Where am I at? I'm at 70 minutes. So, that part. Phoenix, I'm sorry, let me pin it because nobody probably like, what is she talking about? Are you going to cook again today? Yes, 2 p.m. We're making something. Okay, because I really wanted to get my food prep out of the way so me and my husband get back on track with our eating. So I wanted to go ahead and do our plates. So I was going to either show y'all that or, but I had those beef meals set up. So it's supposed to be spaghetti, chili, and Frito bowls this week. But I did the grocery haul. Then yesterday, I did the grocery haul. Then we did spaghetti on the membership live. And then yesterday we did the s'more cake without chocolate. And then we still blaming Electric 476 for that. And then we letting Anthony off the hook, even though he did it. And and then today it was supposed to go spaghetti, Southwest egg rolls, Frito bowls. Was that it? So I skipped one. I skipped a meal. Maybe the cake was always in the plan. That's so weird for me. But that's because I didn't have it laid out already this week. Because what I'm trying to do now, which is I'm a person, and so life. My husband hurt his back, and so I've been kind of like doing all the chores and stuff around here. And then, just kind of trying to, make sure he's not moving too much. He's actually resting his back and all of that. So just kind of, handling all the little peripheral stuff. And so there's that. So on top of that, it kind of threw my week off a little bit. So I was trying to plug everything in. But I had planned the meals, but, life be life. And I'm trying to get back on track with my eat. Okay? With my eating. Okay? Because throughout this show, first it started out was I'm just going to do Dollar Tree meals. They'll be really easy meals, maybe $5 to $10 a piece. And then we won't be consuming them because I'll still be doing Wednesday. I'll be doing the food prep. Sunday, I'll be doing food prep. Now, we've been eating them. The 12 days of Christmas and Thanksgiving, we was eating all that. Okay, we was eating that. I don't want to hear about it. Don't tell my arm nothing. Get back. So... So we was eating all that stuff. And so now I'm trying to get back to where I was before Thanksgiving and go back to, my food prep. I work out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then a food prep twice a week. So on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then on Sunday again for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I get to chill and probably clean up my house or something. That's kind of how I had it set up. And so I'm trying to get back to that. So that's why I was going to do food prep today. So I probably will do food prep today so I can kind of get my schedule. Now look, I almost fooled myself with this $100 this time. It was $100 bill under the ottoman in front of me. I'm like, hey. I almost fooled myself with that one. See that? It says copy. Okay, sick of it. It say it on the front too. Say it on the front. I was like, wait a minute. Thought I had me some money. Yeah, Larry. I thought I had found me some money. Lori said, Dolores, I just love listening to you. I can relate to a lot of the things you've been saying. I'm 50 years old, too. Oh, Lord, that is so cool. Woo, Lori. Lori, I sweat profusely. I can be like I need my space. Uh, my sleep can be erratic if I'm not like taking vitamins and different stuff like that. I had got up to I use melatonin and all. I don't know if you in that space yet. Like everybody don't get in the space together. So I don't know if you in the space yet where I'm at, but baby, I got 3 pair of reading glasses. Girl, when I first looked at a label for the first time, I was like, yeah, blah blah blah, and then what's in it is what? Let me just zoom this in. First, I started out zooming things in with my phone. So I don't know if you in the space where I am, Lord, but that is where I am. It's always hot at some point of just randomness. Just randomly hot for no reason whatsoever. Ooh. Yeah. But I'm aware I'm gonna be doing that. Look. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, Lord. Okay, Lori, look. Ah, you got the bananas. Oh, okay, and a yerba. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, the skin rashes from the arms. I get them on my arms. I get them up my arms and stuff. Um, that's why I reduced my body weight because I was getting rashes, and they weren't in folds and creases. Some of them were, but they told me I have psoriasis. So I was like, where did that come from? Like last year I had psoriasis, and now this year I got psoriasis. What? And I remember having contact dermatitis when I was like 20, and it was just right in the middle of my chest, like right in between where the bra went up here and there, and then right in the middle, right there. It would just be a little light, like a heat, like hives. Wasn't any kind of like wild rash or anything. And I don't know, so now it's psoriasis, child. So I don't take a formal like medication, so it's not like that. But maybe it is like that, and they just, maybe my doctors suck. I don't know, but like I don't take anything, any internal medications for it. Like I'm not on any pills for the psoriasis. So I just kind of use whatever the allergist told me to use. Heavy creams, so I do that, and I use melatonin for my skin, like as a body wash to calm my skin or whatever. It's very sensitive, very sensitive. And then when I looked and I noticed, I started seeing information on how that was a part of menopause. I was like, great. So now on top of that, I got this too. Awesome! I love it. Oh my God! Crazy. So I have to, I do all the things you do with the baby. You take the baby, put the baby in the bath, then you take the baby out, then you dry the baby out, then you put the oil on the baby. That's how I have to treat me. And then I powder the booty up. Lord, child, if you don't take care of yourself and you just keep running like a freight train all the way till perishment, till we all pass away. If you just keep running like a freight train that way, you're only gonna get so far, and somebody else gonna have to take care of you like a baby. So I suggest that you never forget how your mama powdered that booty. She turned you up, she powdered, she hold your little feet and just powder your booty. Menopause will make you You will treat yourself right, or else. Or else you're gonna feel like you're losing your mind. I have to treat myself right, absolutely 100%. Oh, we tired, we need a nap. Nope, don't take me outside and I need a nap, I'm gonna act bad. Oh my God. Woo, if I don't eat, I'll act bad. If I don't sleep good, I'll be cranky. Just like a baby. Just like a baby. Woo, Lord. Oh, y'all get I'm up here crying, laughing. I just don't child. Woo, Lori. Woo, Lori said, trust me, I know what you mean with all those ailments you get with menopause. It sucks. Woo, Lori, one day at a time, girl. You see this hairstyle I done picked for my hair? People be talking I don't like my hair. They just as crazy. My hair just got this long, okay? I had a really short afro. After I cut my dreads off, I had got wet lock. I think that's what they call it, wet lock. So I had my locks. I had been perspiring in them and washing them halfway, right? Drying them halfway. Like they would still be wet. And so what happens when some sit around wet and it's dark, mold grows. So I had to cut my hair off. I had shoulder length dreadlocks. I had to cut them off. They got wet locks, so they were molded on the inside of the dread, the center. So you cut it and look down in the center of it like a tree, the age of a tree, and it was mold all the way through my locks. So I had to cut those off because guess what? I'm allergic to mold, and it was on my head. And so because I didn't have that dryer that encases your hair and blows it dry, I ruined my dreadlocks, cut them off. My hair started coming out because I'm allergic to mold, and it was all on, it was up against my head. And had all kind of skin rashes and reactions from it because it was on my head. Like I was literally walking around with the allergen on top of my head. Crazy. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I love it now, I think I hear other women, they might be in their 60s and they'll be like, you know what? For a long time I didn't like my hair, but now I like it. But I've always liked my hair. I believe that I came up in a culture where you permed your hair all the time. So my mama started perming my hair when I was young, maybe like, I don't know, 10, 9, when we moved to the city. Because I'm from Hughes, Arkansas, so even if you move to West Memphis, it would be a city. And Hughes is about this big. So when we moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which I think is country, but it is a city, she started perming my hair. And by the time I was 13, my hair was like real short. I had got a perm one time. It took all the hair off the back of my head. Clean, nothing. Took all the hair off the back. And I ended up wearing that little style that Salt and Pepper was rocking back in the day, the little mushroom top layered hair. That's how they ended up having to cut my hair because they mixed two perms together. Because my hair was so thick, this is what made me quit doing it. Because my hair was so thick, beauticians were that time, and he mixed some kind of Hawaiian something they called it, Hawaiian silky or some kind of perm with like a dark and lovely or something, mixed them together to try to get my hair to be straight. Okay, and it made it fall out in the back. When I got older and kept getting perms, beauticians would literally put the perm on my hair, and in the wintertime, let's say it's wintertime, because this one incident was from winter, they would put me outside, like stand outside so that the perm don't burn your hair. Like you feel it on your scalp burning. Because I need to leave it in longer because your hair is so thick. That the last time they did it, they ended up having a flat iron or a pressing comb because we didn't have flat irons at that time. So they was pressing it out. Even after they permed it to get my hair straight. It just don't like it. My hair don't like that stuff. I'm like, look, I have atomic hair. Y'all taking my hair off my head, trying to get this hair straight. Just forget it. When I put them dreadlocks in my hair, within a year, my hair was down here. I stopped combing through my hair every single day. I put it in these twists and stay up there until I wash it again. So I get in a hot tub. So I have to wash it maybe once a week or whatever. So now I wash it twice a week these days. But I used to wash it once a week. And just put it up in these twists right here. Or some form of this right here. Or some form of freehanded. No parting the hair and combing through it and making sure it's none of that. Just straight up, just taking my hand, doing like this, twisting this side, putting it like this. Baby, hair, my afro is big like this. I just don't wear it out. I wore it out one time for Dolores, but I just don't wear it out because then my hair was like, it started shedding. So it like to be like this, and it's growing. It's so long, I got braids in my hair. Okay, I have no hair. It love not to be fooled with. It love it. Don't fool with it. It like that. Yes, coarse hair. Yes. And no, menopause is not for the rest of your life. Menopause runs 7 to 10 years. 7 to 10 years. So essentially, the baby making factory, the period center. Just cancel. And falls out and goes away. And you never have it again. You never have another menstrual ever again. It's bye-bye. Baby, bye-bye. I don't want this period no more. I can't wait till my period's out the door. It may sound crazy, but I'm so damn tired, baby. Bye. I'm sick of it. But I didn't know you had to go through all this to get that blessing. So no, it's not forever. 7 to 10. I'm about, according to my doctor, I'm about 3 years in. Child, I believe I'm about 8 years in, but we gonna see. So I think some people's experience have been menstrual cessation stop is about 51, 52. Some people go longer, maybe 55 or whatever. So either way, baby, I'm real close to none of this no more. Bye. And I know it come with, then I move into my grown woman era, that real grown woman era, where people don't question your decisions and shut up talking to you. That's what I'm waiting on. Yes, it is. That's what it's doing, Kayla. Absolutely. And Lori said the only good part of menopause is not having a period no more. Okay, that. It's like I'll take the emotional mood swings, but you can keep the rest. Oh my God. Kayla said Mr. Risa having a baby at 50 something. Yes. Yeah, girl. Menopause babies, they real. Like, girl, yes, you can just jump up and be pregnant at 50. Okay. Just become hyper fertile right at the end. Fertile myrtle. How would you feel? You 20 what? You 26 and I say, oh, Kayla, you're finna have a baby brother or sister. And you 26. Okay. Shoot. I said I wanted to be a grandmother. I ain't say I wanted to be a mother. I said I wanted to be a grandmother. You know, so I can be like, okay, come get the baby. Somebody come. Somebody come get this baby. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Oh no, he 25 with a 3-year-old brother. Oh my God. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Now men can still continue to make you, continue to make you an adult sibling to a child, but menopause babies are a real thing. It does happen. You can get pregnant right at the end. Ain't that something? You can. Yes, absolutely. But it's not as common as an older man. Like men can continue to, you know, well into their 60s. Who was that? It was Al Pacino or one of them, Robert De Niro, somebody, some 60 years old being a dad. My daddy was out here like that. I think he was 55 or something like that. But he had a 22-year-old, so that makes sense. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's way less likely, but it does happen. It does happen. Girl, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Look, I'm like, I mean, that's you get to choose them kids. My mama was like, don't do stair steppers because like they got one that's one, then you got one that's two, then you got a child that's three, then you got a child that's four. Like, don't do that. You got one on the hip, then you got a 1-year-old, then you got a 2-year-old, then you got a 3-year-old. Lord. So she was like, you gotta space them kids out. That's what my mama used to say. She was like, okay, don't have one after the other one. Now you have one, now you wait about 5 years. And I'm like, why? I learned real quick as to why. Y'all wasn't stair steppers, but still, y'all was pretty close together. And close enough to the point where I was potty training you and pregnant with RJ at the same time. Like, I'm trying to get you out of Pampers because RJ finna come and be in Pampers. uh, so that was hard. That was really, really hard. And I know I did not handle it my best because I hadn't seen an example of what other way to handle it was. The examples, according to the examples that were set before me, I did a great job. But the standards that we have today, I sucked. Okay. Oh, my friend just gave birth to her second baby, and that's a stair stepper right there. My mama did it with me and my brother. Larry said me and my sister had about 3 years apart, and then it's 5 years between me and my brother. Yes, absolutely, because for the sake of your mental health. Unless some people just have the capacity and they just love it. It's that just the baby, the pregnancy, the all, they just love having children. They enjoy it. So if they back to back, baby, they don't care. They rolling with that. But for me, it was difficult having one baby right on the edge of coming out of Pampers and then finna have a baby be in Pampers. That was very stressful. Mostly because I was poor, and that's double Pampers. So and all kind of baby needs. So it was be double that. Whatever what I was already using on you, I was gonna double up now because RJ was gonna be there, and so that was a lot. And then so I So just so you can at least get one out of diapers before you have a second. Okay. Some people like to, and I think 5. My mama said 5 because then 1 is in kindergarten, so you're dealing with 1 baby at home and you got 1 baby in school. So you got some gap. You got some relief. You got space. Spacing with children is so important. And children feel the effect of birth order and all of that. So, just, it's something to keep in mind, but it ain't nothing to worry about, because what can you do? You're going to have 1 baby first. You know what I mean? It's just going to be. Okay. Oh, okay. My mom had her tubes tied when she got pregnant with my brother. Apparently, they came untied. Okay, I'm sick of it. Larry, that literally does happen. It happens. So I had been told about that too when I had my son RJ. I had been told about that, and we was poor. We ain't had a whole bunch of money. I wasn't working at that point once I had RJ, and then but I worked with Caleb. But I had been told that story too. Like, okay, so when I had RJ, I was prepared. I was like, no, don't tie it up, baby. I want you to go in there. The highway that the egg traveled down and got. Yeah, I want you to cut that. I want you to cut the bridge. The bridge from the ovary to the busy traffic area. I want that tunnel eliminated. I want that tunnel eliminated. We're eliminating tunnels here. I think you're calling them fallopian tubes. We want those out of there. Sign here, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sick of it. Yeah. That's what I had done. So what my mother told me was that tubal ligations can last for 15 years very well. And then there'll be some failure rate of about between 1% to 3% where you can get pregnant. I said, well, I don't want no failure rate. I don't want to be just sitting up, 15 years later and have a 1-year-old. What are we doing? I need you to get those tubes. Oh, Lord DeWitt said, I got 3 kids. Oh, let me pin this. Cody Lee is 33, Jason is 30, and my daughter Jasmine just turned 15 2 days ago. Happy birthday! She was a surprise. I was 36 when I had. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking. See, and happy birthday. Oh, okay, that's exactly what I mean. So yes, you can have. You can either have. Hold on. You can either have a tubal ligation, which is when they take the tubes, and they bend it like that, and then they clamp it. They put a clamp on it. You can get that as a tubal ligation, or you can get what I got is they take the tube and they cut and cut, they cut and they cut right there, and they sew this end closed and they sew that end closed. They never join together again. That's what I have. Ain't no oopsies. It was you, RJ, and done. It's a wrap. Wrap it up, B. I was poor. I did make that decision from a financial standpoint too, but I also made it because I was poor. Shoot, stress. I had a capacity for these two. They're here. So now let me work with that. I just didn't have a capacity for more. We didn't have a financial capacity for more either. So that was my decision. rumor. There was a rumor. When was this rumor? Did I create it? Because I might have created a rumor. What rumor was it? When? If it was college, then I created that rumor. That's a story time I'll tell you about someday. Oh, that lady was just crazy. That lady was crazy. Okay, I started that rumor. Okay. Let's see, how do I tell this story? There was somebody that I didn't like, and they were in my business all the time. All the time. I mean, any way they could get to my business, they would do it. Even if they had to use a child, they would do it. So they were constantly in my business. Not so much my business as the other person's business. But they used me because I was the one they could aggravate. And so they were always trying to do whatever I did. So if I did something, they would kind of try to do something similar. If I showed up to support the child in some kind of way, they would try to do something similar. Or if I gave the child something in some kind of way, they would try to do something similar, you know. And so if I did something with my kids, then they would take their child and do something similar with their kids, you know. So, you know, just kind of copying everything I'm doing and then trying to make it where I know they doing it. Stupid. And so I made up a rumor that the person, the send out that they was using, would overhear. Me and my friend sat in my room, my bedroom, and said rumor out loud. Just for fun. Just for fuck's sake. And we would just say it out loud. So we're going to just say this rumor out loud back and forth. We're going to engage in it like this rumor is real. And so we made that up. So I was like, we're going to have a baby. And the other person literally did have a baby. How about that? I'm going to just let you hold on to that for a minute. Now, it wasn't all about me. But part of it was. Well, people been out here having spite babies already, so don't be making it about me. All I did was set up the premise that maybe there was a reason for them to compete with me around trying to have a baby, okay? All I did was set it up. I just said out loud to my friend who was giggling at the time, and she was... I said, we're trying to have a baby. Oh, girl, I just want to have a baby. We're going to have a baby. And we just and people been having spite babies, so it wasn't my fault that that they got extra juiced up, that they was gonna have a spite baby anyway to make somebody on the other side of their life mad about who they was currently dating. So they was trying to make the ex of somebody they was currently dating upset. So they was gonna have a baby. And then me spreading that rumor amongst the snitch that they had sent a little spy to listen. And the spy was telling them stuff, so I gave the spy something to tell them. And it might have added to the momentum that was already in place to, have a spike baby anyway. So then they just, really went for it. Did stuff with her own body. I wasn't there. I ain't living in the same house as this person. I don't know this person. I don't know them. So I don't know why they was in my business. They just like to aggravate other people. I had something they used to have, so they wanted to make sure I was good and miserable with it. When you get something somebody else used to have, they don't want you to be happy with it. They want to always have a leg up, because they was in the game first. And then they'll start using toys and things like that. Children as pawns and stuff. And then they'll have stupid competitions with you that you ain't even aware of. And then then you're not the only one that having these stupid competitions with, because on the other side, in a new relationship, they having competitions with the person that person used to be with too. Yeah. I just had a little spot. It was already finna make that person mad by trying to get a baby to make that person mad anyway. All I did was give them extra motivation. That's all. I had no idea they was already plotting to make somebody mad by having a baby. Okay? But I was just being silly because they was always in my business. So I gave them something to be in. That's it. Ain't my fault they went out and did it. I didn't upset them to begin with. I just aggravated the itch that they was already scratching. That's it. And I don't care. Okay? I don't care. Stay out of other people's business. If you stay out of other people's business, you won't be up there trying to have babies, spite babies. You won't be having babies out of spite. You out here having babies to make somebody else jealous. All I did was you was in my business and I just made up a lie and you ran with it. Because you shouldn't have been in my business in the first place. Why are you trying to get my business? Why you want to know my business so bad? You're messy. That's what messy look like. It look like a bunch of mistakes all over the place. Chaos, drama, gossip, rumors. Just mess. Just mickety mess all the time. You love mess so much you reaching over your child to start to mess with somebody else. You messy. I know you wouldn't dare lay your eyes on my video. I know you wouldn't dare come over here and actually watch my video, but girl, you still messy to me. We talking villains and anti-heroes, and you definitely the villain in my story. You definitely the villain in my story, girl. You would never actually watch my video, but girl, you definitely the villain in my story. One of them. For one period of time. You was definitely the penguin around this month. Girl, you was definitely Agatha all along, girl. Girl, you was a mess. Girl, you was a whole headache, girl. Girl, you was migraine level headaches. Girl. Woo, just drama time. They should have called you Drama Man. You should have been dropping some dope beats, DJ Drama. Girl. I hope you doing well. Cause I like when messy people do well. They leave other people alone. Oh, please bless her, bless her, bless her, bless her, bless her. I wouldn't care. But anyway, I created distance in my life, and I'm the villain in some part of that story, not the baby part. Cause I mean that was just a rumor, guys. Don't be putting me in that. And it was in my house, so it shouldn't have been no rumor anyway, because it would happen within the four walls of my home. So why are you spreading rumors out of my own house? Why are you doing that? Why? And I know why. I know why that happened. But why did you go with it? That's what I want to know. No, I don't, because I don't give a damn about your life. I'm just talking about what you did, because it was funny. And anyway, the villain in somebody's story, I definitely play the villain over on that side of their story. I don't care. I don't care how people perceive my reaction to their behavior as villainous. I don't care. Stay out of my life. Mind your own business. I don't go seeking out and researching and trying to find out other people's business. But if you do it to me, I told you, when the disrespect roll up on me, it cleared the table. And now disrespect can be pulled and played by anyone. it's on. People bring disrespect to you. This is something I don't like about morality. I'm gonna tell you, and then I'm gonna go. It's okay for someone to bring. It's not actually okay, but it happens. Someone will bring disrespect to you, and then you are supposed to be the adult, the bigger person, and rise above the disrespect that has just now presented itself. And now you, on all your hero virtue, are to just see the disrespect as a tactic. You know, something simple a child would do. And you're supposed to look at it as some childish form of behavior. And then you're supposed to rise above and respond accordingly. Oh, I see this as childish behavior. And now I will rise above and I will something. Some form of boundary must be installed here. And that's on you. Then you do what you got to do. In certain situations, I believe in that too. I believe in being the bigger person in situations that matter. Okay? But when it don't matter, it don't matter to me either. When it don't matter to you, it don't matter to me. You don't care that you burning the bridge, but I should care? I don't. I'm going to put up a don't go on this bridge sign. That's the boundary. Don't go on this bridge. Half of it's been burned. You burnt it and I left it there and I put a sign on it. I didn't try to repair it. You burned the bridge and I went and put up a sign. It's my responsibility to put up a sign to let other people know danger ahead. That's where my accountability comes in. And I'm going to put up a sign and say, she burnt this bridge. There it is. Don't go across this bridge. And that's as far as it goes for me. Don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you. I respect people who respect themselves. You don't have to tell somebody to respect you that already know when and where respect is due. You don't have to tell them. People are going to treat you with respect. Ultimately, all people will treat you with some level of respect. But you have to know when you're not the teacher. Okay? And when to leave the damn room. Okay? Just pick yourself up. There's just so much disrespect here. I'm just going to pick me up. And I'm just going to take me away from this. Wait, hold on. Let me show y'all something so I can get up out of here. I like my own live. Oh my God. Okay. Now I'm going to stop telling y'all all my business. Because I be out here acting crazy. That was back in the day, but I sure did it. I thought that was funny. Stop gossiping between, just stop gossiping. I'm a gossip sometimes. Oh, wait, hold on. I almost spelled that wrong. Yes. Right here. Yes, there we go. Wait, do somebody have just that clip? Because I would love to just that clip. Is this it? No, that ain't it. It's so funny. Anyway, when Phaedra Parks and her husband Apollo Nita were getting to the point where they wasn't finna be together no more. They was in their garage. I was trying to find that scene when Phaedra told him, "Boy, get away from me with all this." That's how I do dramatic people. Now I'm dramatic. You see me. I'm boisterous. I'm loud. My personality is big. You see me in the kitchen. You see how I do. You see how I roast and gag. I'm not a disrespectful person. I'm not gonna disrespect. Be out here disrespecting people in public. And trying to cause embarrassment to come to people because they've offended me. Okay, I'm not a bully. But you know, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna talk to you with some level of respect. I'm gonna put you in your place. I'm gonna put you in your place though. If you step so far out of your place that me, gotta put you back in it, oh, that was a hell of a moment right there, because I don't do that.
Supposed to be here, so I didn't know who you left it with. You're supposed to be reporting to prison today. I don't know what's going on. Not yet. Not yet. Let's see. He was supposed to actually be in custody several hours ago. But because it is Apollo, I'm not shocked that he's on the lam. Luckily, our children are with my mom, safe. My clothes? Please make sure that they get in my drawer. What clothes? My clothes in the laundry room. What clothes? Your boyfriend has clothes here. Okay. I don't know. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, and his is definitely went out the window at this point.
Oh my God.
I'm changing locks on anybody that's got a key. And I don't know who else have a key.
Hey, stop lying.
No, I'm not. Hello? Don't play me right now. What is going on? Why are you changing all this stuff, right? Because it's for my safety. You kept the same locks on these houses when the original owners owned the house. Oh, I couldn't find anyone that would do it.
Lying face.
Okay, all right. Well, then why didn't you change my phone? Every piece of dime I put in this house is right here. Okay. Every door that needs to be in the house. Every door. Okay. I might leave you with nothing because I built this whole other house. Since you want to talk to me? This is my. Okay. I told you stop playing with me. You're acting crazy now. You want to change on me? You're changing.
They drag it all cool. She all calm. That's because the camera's on.
Apollo's friend Bud, he is a nice guy, and so I'm hoping he can maybe talk some sense into Apollo.
That's great.
He's seen his kids. Yes, all he's doing is mess with me, and I was calling him to report. I have 72 hours to report from the date they gave it to me. Yeah, well, what I'm saying to you, I don't know what your situation is. You running from the law too, child? He is not thinking about his kids. So you need not get yourself in trouble. You need to get your little buddy and get the hell out of here. I just don't want no problems with Apollo. And you know he's crazy. Apollo saw
With the
our
cameras
children last night for several hours and sent Aiden into hysterics and tears by telling him that he was going to prison and the police officers were going to take him away. He made Aiden believe that they were going to kill him. And so he's doing the same song and dance to gain sympathy from anyone who will listen to him and believe his crazy lies. Let's go.
Crazy. Dramatic.
Deliverance, Lord. Was I violent towards you? No, of course not.
What's all this?
Of course not. Okay. But it's crazy that you have someone over here doing all this. Just as crazy as a road lizard.
It's a road lizard.
I don't know what's going on with Apollo. It seems like he just got a death wish or something.
That ain't not a death wish, Phaedra.
Hopefully he says enough to turn himself in for the marshal, shoot him down like a dog.
Phaedra.
I'm sorry you had to hear that foolish outburst.
Backing up.
Jesus, is this him again? You want to change on me?
that drill. You know they be editing it. You know they be editing it. You know they be editing it. The point was they end up divorced anyway. He did go to prison for financial fraud. Everybody believed Phaedra was in on it because she's a lawyer and he was a bum out of prison who had went down for car fraud and doing all kind of car finance fraud and all that, and housing, real estate fraud and all of that. And so he did actually go to prison. He got out. He's been in a new relationship for several years. It was very messy and dramatic all over the news and stuff at first because they reality TV people. But the point was what she said just then. Move away from me with all this. Get away from me with all this stuff. If I'm sitting here looking like this, why do you want to talk to me? Just go. You see I'm not in a talking face. My face don't look like it's going to talk to anybody. So all it is, all that's just drama. And some people just, that's how they handle stuff. Drama. Phaedra up there changing locks. He see it's going down instead of saying, oh, okay, let me just get my stuff and get up out of here because I see this right here. It's done with. Ain't nothing to talk about once the woman get to changing the damn locks. Or the man. The man could be changing the locks too. And you up there clowning and setting things on fire and all that. You know, why are you so dramatic? You gonna make people be with you? You can make somebody be with you. You can hit them, slap them, financially punish them, or give them everything they desire to make them be with you. No, you can't. There's friendships, partnerships, business, everything else. Ain't nobody got to fool with you, and you can't make people. If somebody say, I'm done, let them be done. Learn how to let people go. At some point, all this grabbing, saying stuff, whispering close to people's ear, you manipulate. You trying to get them to change the way they thinking and perceiving and seeing the situation. You're trying to convince them. And they don't want to be convinced. So, go. That's what I would do. I just don't see why I would make myself more aggravated. It's already a stressful situation. It's already all of that. You already hyped up. You trying to pull me into being hyped up because you hyped up. Now we both got to be hyped up. And them kind of people pull you into a lot of drama, chaotic people. I just can't do it. That's just my whole point is you're going to end up being a villain in somebody's story. We probably all saw, anybody that was in here at the time, probably all saw that situation from different perspectives, even out of context, because that's just a clip. So even out of context, we probably all saw it differently. Okay? And I'm going to spend the rest of my time sitting up here trying to convince you to see it how I saw it. I'm trying to convince you to stay. I'm trying to convince you to let me. I'm trying to convince you to whatever, you know, and we won't just let people. We never just let people. Not everybody. Some people let people. Some people just let people. But some of us don't just let people. We won't just let them. You don't like me, I'm going to let you. You believe that about me, I'm going to let you. You ready to go? I'm Wanda too. I'm rest to go with you. I'm going to let you. You don't like it here? You can leave and I'm going to let you. 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 And sometimes, not always, sometimes it's us, but not always, I'm going to let the trash take itself out. It's better than automation. I'm going to let you. Tommy Lee, that's probably even more horrible. Faith to them is horrible. That's probably even more horrible. You talking about Tommy Lee? Yeah, it wouldn't even matter which Tommy Lee you was talking about. If you was talking about Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, you'd still be right. Sick of it. Oh yeah, okay.
I get Biggie calling me on the phone talking about, sis, they say that you're not really my friend. I said, bitch, believe him. Believe him, bitch. Believe him. Get the fuck off my phone, you too, bitch. Get the fuck off my motherfucking phone. I'm sick of all of you hoes at this point.
I told you it was gonna be just as bad. I told you.
I get Biggie calling me.
Somebody reenacted it. Hold on.
I get Biggie calling me.
Wait a minute.
I get Biggie calling me on the phone talking about, sis, they saying that you're not really my friend. I said, bitch, believe him. Believe him, bitch. Believe him. Get the fuck off my phone, you too, bitch. Get the fuck off my motherfucking phone. I'm sick of all of you hoes at this point. I get Biggie calling me on the phone talking about,
let them. She just basically saying let them. If you believe I ain't really your friend, I'm gonna let you. Like somebody told me, it was somebody. It was a misunderstanding in the chat, and they thought I was talking to them. Like I had said something. I can't even remember what it was, and they thought I was talking to them. I literally was not talking to them. Literally just said their name in the middle of a sentence I was already speaking on, and because they popped up in the chat, and I was really. No. I was showing the list of all the people who had supported the channel. So I was showing the list of all the people who had supported the channel. I had said their name. And then I went to talking about the haters that I was reading up from in the book of the disc. And they thought somebody else in the audience thought I was saying that they were in the book of the disc and told them in the chat, she talking about you. And I was like, I'm not, I saw it pop up, right out the corner of my eye. I was like, I'm not talking about you, girl. Whatever this person is saying, I'm not talking about you. Right away, addressed it. And then I'm steady talking. Like, I think I'm on this side of the counter. I'm on the dinner table side. And I'm looking at the laptop from the other side, and I see this going on. And I'm like, yeah, because I was doing the judge. And then I'm like, no. I see them arguing. I'm like, no. She like, what did I do to you? And I'm like, girl, what? I'm seeing it out the corner of my eye on the screen. I'm like, girl, literally, I was not talking to you. Like, I literally was reading a list of people who support my channel. Your name was there. And then I started talking about the book of the disc. Like, I'm not talking to you. But since you believe I'm talking to you, I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you believe I was talking to you. I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you believe it. Let them. Let them. And that is my closing. Okay? If they believe it, let them. You have to allow people to process things their way. And if they perceive it that way, let them. Let them. Because you're asking them to question their reality. So, am I the villain in your story? Are you the villain in someone else's story? Or are you and I the Taylor Swift song, the anti-hero? Well, maybe we are, maybe we ain't. But one thing we're not here to do is to cause one another in anguish and questioning our own reality. I'm just here to talk to you, baby. We just talking and pontificating and speculating with this episode of Conversations with Dolores. Now, I hope you enjoyed the show. I had fun up here rambling and talking. I hope you understand this. You have to let people. You have to accept all aspects of yourself and your behavior in order to know who you actually are on the inside. And I am Diana Don't Play. I am Chef Roasting Gag. I am the bride. I am Sati. And I am also Delores. And don't you forget it. In this episode, I hope you learned. Let yourself. Allow me. Now, you know, as I always say in closing, There ain't nothing you can say in that comment section, and there is nothing you can say below this video that could ever make me stop loving you. I hope you have a good day. I'll see you back here at 2 p.m. in the kitchen for roasting and gagging and cooking some type of food, child. Let's see what it turned into. Love you. Bye-bye.